I already got the pre-download fully ready. Just gotta wait till this evening, or I don't, or not this evening, but like this evening tomorrow. But I don't know if it'll actually be as late as I think it is, because sometimes it's earlier. I'll have to keep an eye on my friends on Discord and see what they tell me. But patch 5.8 tomorrow. Final Natlan patch. What's up, everybody? My name's Crytek and Welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. Just a little check-in. Reset vibes being every single Monday I've documented on my playthrough has this number. So this is what, my 154th reset? Well, my 154th live stream on a Monday. It's not officially that though, because there were days before I actually started doing reset vibes, but after I had started doing this, I think it was still during 1.0. So yeah, now, I do apologize for how long this took. I was preparing the thumbnail for tomorrow. It took a bit longer than I give it credit for, but I'm fine with how the thumbnail turned out. Obviously, the quality could have looked a little bit better. And on some areas, I need to update things because I wish I could have actually had fixed it up a bit. What do you got to do with this thumbnail? I just wanted Paimon in the thumbnail because gotta congratulate the voice actor. Speaking of voice actor, my friends told me on Discord that Sucrose's VA changed, the ENVA, which isn't surprising she got recasted given the whole, you know, crash out from like the voice actors. I ever actually heard what she did. My friends just told me that she's said some messed up stuff in the past. So, yeah. Anyways, we back here on Genshin Impact. Good luck to the opponent for Nefa. Y'all gonna need it. I honestly think y'all shouldn't pull. I keep hearing rumors that Flynn's might be the first character we get in Natlan. If that's true, I advise you to probably. Damn you. I don't think people want to look at leaks, but I feel like you're gonna need to if that character is drip marketed. We will find out about the drip marketing pretty soon, this week or next week. So, yeah. Looking at the resin, I have a full 10 domain runs I can do today. Well, sadly, I gotta do a boss run, so no, can't really do that. I love the thumbnail with Paimon in it. It looks adorable. Well, Paimon's always cute, but I got Skirk in the thumbnail because it's gonna be a lot of little time that I was gonna say the last little time that she'll actually stand out. Well, there was already official info on the next stage in Onslaught for the bosses, which I didn't talk about. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not excited for it. It's the local legend turtle from this area. Like, bruh, it's the local legend turtle, Papilla, and then a new boss that looks like a cactus wearing a sombrero with a fucking Mexican mustache. They showed that shit in the live stream. So I was told that it's a local legend that's going to be in the new area next patch. Yeah, what the fuck? What? And the boss definitely is looking like it's showing electrocharge and shit. I'm not looking forward to that. Anyways, what's up, homie? Something I want to talk about real quick. I tested Vressa a bit more yesterday on a different team that it seems that I didn't do in a live stream. I had learned something interesting today, or not yesterday, the other day. Is it this one? Yeah, this exact team that I'm gonna have to use against that new boss because it takes electrocharge apparently. Farina is on tenacity set. I tested Frina with and without tenacity with Varessa's damage, thanks to C5 Yansun. And this team is clearing just as fast as my overloaded team. I was actually really surprised by it. This exact overload team, it's clearing just as fast as this one. I was actually quite delightfully surprised that Shengyun was actually making this team feel, a little bit better. But this is only able to clear as fast as overload if Farina's on tenacity. which means I guess my friend is gonna stay on Tenacity now instead of Golden Troop. That's kind of fucked up, but I mean, I could probably use it occasionally in Imagine Theater, but I don't know if I want to do that. Speaking of that, there isn't official info on it just yet. It's always in the patch notes right when the patch goes live, so I might have to go out of my way to find out about it sooner rather than later, because making the thumbnail for Imagine Theater takes a while. Not as much as before, because I hated how much I strained on individually grabbing an emote of every character in the game of that specific attribute that is being shown for Imagine Theater. I usually do that. It takes a long time making a thumbnail that way. I miss doing it low key, but I need to change that because it took me way too long. Like it takes me like hours to make the thumbnail the way that I do it. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about this. I thought this was interesting when I tested this the other day. That the overloaded team and this seemed clear about the exact same as long as Friend is on Tenacity, 4-piece set. Which means that extra attack that Varese is getting makes a bigger difference than Freena's personal damage. You know, I already saw like another content creator talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it too. This is kind of why I'm a bit shaky about um Anefa because her kit doesn't buff anything. It gives you EM, but I found out thanks to the official info given to a specific creator talking about what her kit does and whatnot. That EM buff really only benefits her more than the team does, depending on what team you're playing. So the EM buff is not as beneficial when an Ifa herself has direct lunar charge thanks to her passive. Her kit rides on that reaction if you want the fullness of her kit. It rides on the reaction for the passive. It rides on the reaction to basically make the reaction feel worth playing. Which is kind of funny, because like you would think she changes a reaction, existing one, and despite that, she doesn't really buff it. She just enables her own damage. That is kind of unfortunate. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I do think, depending on how they decide to do not cry characters, on how maybe their personal damage is influenced by a passive instead of an artifact set, and a character's kit design for buffing, because an Nifa can't be like affected by damage percent buffs. So that means if you have a C6 Farina, well, she does zero help towards a Nifa's personal damage and the reaction, which is really, really, really scary that they did it, but they really are trying to counter Farina's damage percent buffing. And I do think, depending on how knockout units are, designed, I do think buffing is going to be more important than just doing damage. So Anifa is in a very shaky situation. It kind of just depends on the on-fielder that wants to be paired with her from Nocra. Everyone keeps saying that Flinge is going to be the first character to come out in 6.0. I don't know yet. I'm not going to believe anything until I see the drip marketing right now. All right. There hasn't even been like any talks of like leaks that I can try to avoid either, which usually that happens soon after the patch goes live. So we'll find out about it. But it is something that does worry me a bit. So I'm really hoping it doesn't end up being a problem. Having characters that just do damage isn't really healthy for the game at this point. Yeah, they say doing more damage is better, but then a character like Skirk is here where her kit can be amplified from her passive quite a bit, so it might make the on-fielder more worth pulling for than the support, depending on how the support affects the team. So, yeah. I'm only bringing this up because I tried Skirk without Scafe before, and I mean it's not a surprise she does more than any other crowd character I have on this account. Not surprising, but it is what it is. Despite it still looking mid to me, but um, okay. So got artifacts to grind. We have the same one boss we need to fight. Are we gonna get a weekly boss tomorrow? I don't know how they're gonna include this, but my theory is that it comes from the Archon quest we're gonna do tomorrow. If it isn't, I'll be a little surprised. But if it is, I actually wonder how the inclusion of the Mara is gonna be on the map. I already theorized it's probably most likely going to be on this type of map, given that they confirmed that it's going to be a place we can explore, but it will be a gradual release over time, not something we can just immediately explore. So it's just going to probably just be this big area with a big boss in there, and the Bakunawa is there. But is that Bakunawa a weekly boss and not a world boss? It kind of looks like a weekly because it can't be a world boss with the mechanics I saw in the live stream. If it is a world boss, I'm gonna crash out. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it can't be a world boss. Mechanics would delay too much time if they decide to make the end game, fighting against the timer. But anyway, that's enough of that. I still need to fight this boss for this, yeah, this. I think. How much am I missing? Is it the full on 6? Yeah, it is the full on 6. I do want to make that nuke stronger. It's funny, I have C1 Escafia on my second account, but my main account I still feel like my skirt does more damage on this account. My artifacts are definitely better too, so I can't really say that either. Like that isn't the case. I mean, in the last stream, I've already decided I'm just gonna, craft a cryo goblet. So I look forward to that. Imagine Theater reset.
Shower me with praise! Look, the pinnacle of excellence! Off to the free... Game's up. Fun is over. Busted.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I think it's better to do that. Love this game sometimes, I swear. Come here.
Let us dance, my dearest.
Try to remember the steps this time.
Oops!
What?
I thought I had memorized.
Have I ever seen that ult before? I don't think so. Love this game. I hate that move, by the way.
It is time to slay our foes with one almighty
This calls for some
strike!
pomp and ceremony. Good lord, always forgetting your lines. Our performance has yet to conclude.
I dance for you, my dear. The curtain call has arrived.
Yeah, that could have been better. At least nobody died. I'm so used to my people dying. Some of my not my skirt, my scafe literally barely survived that. Whatever. Now, what do we get? 1 and a Dream Solvent. I guess that's a win. Better than not getting anything. Like I did the past couple weeks. I'll hold on to the James Solvent though. That reminds me to grab the other resin. Oh, it's freezing over here. Isn't that something? Or it's raining, not freezing. It's gonna freeze though. Damn. Okay. If only there was something I can do to inflate the time for that.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, time to keep farming this. I haven't gotten much of anything lately, so it is what it is. I was wondering if I should save up all my like resin for tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing that instead of just doing, a full 10 domain runs. Because the week is gonna be long. It's gonna be a long week. Only a long week for Genshin. This is, you know, right at the beginning of the patch, they usually give us enough content for a couple of days. If there's exploration, I can stretch it for a week. So I don't know how long this next stuff is gonna be. The focus for me is that I'm going to do the Archon quest, which, knowing how long that's probably gonna be, that's gonna be the focus for tomorrow's stream. Then, assuming everything's available, because there's no way they're not going to do it. It's gonna be a weird release since we're getting a permanent area for the supposed summer event. Gotta say it like that. Final area and permanent area, cool for Natlan. It's safe to assume it's gonna be available right when the pass goes live. If it isn't, then I'll be a little bit surprised. But the story quest event will probably be the next stream I end up doing if it does start right when we are able to go over there. But if it doesn't, then my focus in the next stream might be to go, you know, do that, go explore, and then if the story quest event didn't start yet, and it just happened to start the next day after that, I'll just do it the next day after. Otherwise, Wednesday will be the only day I can actually just not do a stream. Thursday we got stuff from Bleach. Friday, thankfully I don't have to worry about doing anything for Bleach that day. Actually, no, Limit Breaker Cross. So I guess Friday's focus will be Imaginary Theater Reset. And that I'm a little bit scared of the next limit breaker though. Actually, no, the next limit breaker's on the fourth right. They're artificially pushing it. I forgot about that. Never mind. It's not Friday, so the focus for Friday this week will perfectly be Imaginary Theater. Season 4, not 14, 15. I haven't prepared everything for it. I usually wait till I got confirmation on what elements are being presented. And it sucks. I kind of wish I could go for one more 4-star, but I guess starting next patch will be saving. I'm skipping 6.0 no matter what characters get shielded for the stuff in 6.0. I have to skip. I want Varka. Well, I'm a little bit scared of Varka. There's a chance I might skip him entirely, depending on how you decide to do an Animal Claymore user. That's obviously going to be an outfielder. So my focus is going to be Alice, Nicole. Flynn's depends. Durin is probably going to be the other one. So I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared. I want to hope I can go for Varka because it'd be nice to have an ammo DPS we can go for. The problem is the inclusion of ammo DPS in the game is pretty bad. Everything's hinged on a 4-star support that they're afraid to let out of the closet. So because of that, ammo DPS are pretty bad majority of the time, but it's also because they don't really do a reaction. They're relying on raw damage, but the devs are afraid to make them stronger for whatever reason. Commander could have been stronger, but no, they didn't do it. So I am really worried about what they're going to do with Varka. It'd be cool to have a character based on swirl damage, but the way swirl damage works in the game, they would have to inflate the shit out of the number for it to actually feel meaningful. So I'm really scared. I did make like, a theory of like, not Christ like base lunar swirl or something, and it does something completely different from regular swirl reactions. I don't know. But I'm hoping Varka interests me, but there's a chance. I was really hoping he wasn't gonna be ammo. I thought he'd be cryo, because, even though there's already two cryo characters from Mondstadt, I do still think it matters. I do genuinely think it's important, at least in my opinion. I do think it would be very nice to get something interesting from Varka, but I'm really scared for Varka's sake. He's like the only one in the lineup where I'm like, they could easily just fuck that character up. I can't help but think that. I'm happy I have C6 Farzone, but because the devs are afraid to like let that character out the closet, people will complain the moment they see what he actually can do. So I'm just gonna pray and hope that he's good, so I can be excited for him. I don't have an ammo DPS on my main account, so he's definitely going to be of interest for me. More ways than one. But Alice, I'm scared of because people are saying Durin might be a pyro character, which wouldn't surprise me actually. If that's the case, that means one character is a support and one character the DPS. Everyone wants Alice to be the support, but I keep hearing a lot of people really want her to be a DPS and Durin to be a support, or they're gonna end up having double pyro DPSs. For the love of God, please don't let that be the case. Oh, I have to try that. Actually, do I have to try that? I don't, but they better not mess him up with a haircut. I doubt they're gonna do the Albedo treatment. Albedo was the only character in the game that got treated like that. If anything, I wonder about Lauma, because a lot of people said, yeah, they're gonna have to control that boob size of hers. What people were saying, because like it's freaking huge. Like people kept telling me that, I was like, damn, you know what? That's funny to say that. Give the character the Rosario treatment. I'll be fucked. Hey. Now that I know that she has a Dendro vision, I am interested in Llama. I just don't know. I just don't know. Because everyone keeps saying Lunar Bloom. I will be so turned off if it's Lunar Bloom. Everyone said it should be. But why improve an already existingly decent reaction when the other Dendro reactions suck so much donkey dick? Oh, finally, a potential double crit attack sounds. Oh, I mean, I have to still try it, but oh, okay, okay. It might be in my best interest to use like maybe 3 more instead of like an extra condense or whatever. I'm probably gonna end up having 5 by next reset anyways, or next time I stream tomorrow.
Here comes the catch. Into the void.
Oh no! Alright, well. Circlet. I mean, I already got like a pretty good crit rate circlet. Do it to me again, that'd be awesome. Crit rate circlet with a crit damage attack percent ER. That'd be awesome. But if it's neither, I might not even attempt it. Fuck. Oh, God. Okay. it's a 4-line start. Maybe it'll give like 40 crit damage and I'll get rid of the other circlet I currently have. I don't fucking know. I don't care about that. No one else can use this set on my account, so it makes it really bad when I get a piece like this. Because like either off-piece potential, which right now I have really good ones, so it's like, sorry, his bakery. Llama's chest is like quite literally probably the biggest I've ever seen in Genshin. So I don't know. They can do whatever the heck they want to, but I wonder if it will be shown in game with a chest size that big. Because another thing that surprised me is I didn't think Skirk's chest was even this big, but I guess I never really paid attention to it before. Skirk's friendship should max out during the Stygian onslaught outbreak period. It's gonna be awkward when it happens, because I'm gonna have to hope I can finish Shengen's friendship by then. Shengen's friendship is definitely not gonna finish before Skirk. I thought it would, but you know that didn't end up being the case. Yeah, she's not even halfway through 8. Thought Vressa was way bigger. Shengen's is pretty big. Yeah, I think hers is the largest in the game by far. But I do think Lava's is like just as big, or maybe I'm tripping. But like the animation for her made it seem pretty ridiculous. It made it seem pretty ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe it was just the camera angles, the shots, if you will. I don't know. Um, right. I had to go to Veressa. Now, this is what we got from the outbreak period. Now, if the piece I currently got here rolls better, I could see myself not needing this piece. It will feel really bad having to sack this, though, if that happens. But the other piece has flat attack and attack percent, making that piece better, you know, at that baseline. Alright, let's do it. Ooh, it only needs to miss one more time for me to toss it. Wow, it went to the exact stat I expected it to. That's kind of funny. Now you could say it could go into that stat 3 more times, but I already got this piece. Reroll. I have this piece, which I think I'm gonna focus my reroll into it, but I think I'm gonna craft the Crowd Goblet first before I decide to do that. Actually, I'll be able to craft a Crowd Goblet before I get to do that, so it doesn't matter. This next Stygian onslaught, I might do pretty decently well thanks to Veressa and Shengyun. Thank God for Shengyun. If I didn't get Shengyun when I went for Veressa, I wonder if it would have been possible or not. I don't know. All I can say is I'm eternally grateful for getting this freaking cowgirl, because she's so fun to play. But yeah, guess that's it, 'cause I don't think we got anything else. I didn't do anything with this. I guess I'll do 3 more runs.
Merciless.
3 more domain runs instead of doing all of them. Because I only got enough for 4, but we're 10 resin away from 5 runs. Rather save all that for tomorrow. I grab all of it though, but I'm only gonna do like 3 domain runs. Right now, the perfect time to condense resin, because anytime after 10 o'clock, I usually just don't do it. I save it for tomorrow. Okay, let's do 3 more runs, shall we? I wonder what they're gonna do with the Traveler Tales, 'cause I really did like the antidotes for the Traveler Tales. I'm just sad that we didn't get to see more Dory. That one segment that we had with Dory was like the most enjoyment that I got from this one. Obviously, I really enjoyed hearing the Melzines speak because, you know, we don't get to hear the Melzines, so I was really surprised. Yeah, I wonder how I was looking at the, you know, that's fine. Okay. Originally, I was hoping to start my other playthrough before doing this. Not my other playthrough, but return. There's like 2 other playthroughs I want to return to. I mean, I've talked about this enough, man. I thought I was gonna do it this week, but I'm gonna wait till things calm down with Genshin, and then I'm going to start it no matter what. So I'm gonna have to pray that I finish the other thing I need to finish from months ago. Oh, not looking forward to
Up
it
to the
because I have
freezer.
quite a bit
A
of
burst of
work I
liquid.
need to do to
Quietly
it
now.
too.
Things
Might
are about to
take.
get.
Will it take 2? I
Another
really
star
hope it
goes
don't
out.
take 2 episodes of recording on that. We'll have to see. Nope. I hope that when we explore the final Natlan area, I hope we can get another sanctifying elixir. If we can, that'll be exciting. Because the Tablet of Tono next patch is also going to give us sanctifying elixir.
A
So we're going to
dash
get
of
a decent amount
frosting.
next patch.
The pinnacle of
Now, a
busted.
question I
Here comes the
haven't
catch.
heard anyone ask about. Will
Paradise
Nightcry
shaped.
give us a sanctifying elixir, or are we going to be screwed on that?
Fearless.
What? We've already had a crit rate circlet today. Don't tell me you're trying to redeem yourself, unless this is the crit damage stat. But then the problem with the crit damage circlets is that I'd have to get unbelievably lucky with those, and I need to exceed 14 crit rate for me to keep it on this set, unfortunately. So, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's 3-line start though, but it's so good. Oh, God. Oh, no, man. It would need to go into crit rate at least 3 times to be worth considering. Oh my god. That reminds me, was there a Sans worth checking? I think there was. I need to go back to the rest of the set actually. I think there was a Sans I could have rolled. I'll have to check that out.
A little amuse-bouche. A bird. Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Another star goes out.
Why can't this just be attack percent? It just doesn't appear. I can't even get it as a single crit stat. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I've gotten double crit to appear in a domain twice now, but they both rolled the exact same. Gave me crit rate and crit damage one time, which just isn't enough for me to keep it. But I have to, because I really need the other set to get going. I got to consider crafting a Sans on that set eventually. So I'm gonna have to pray that the Crowd Goblet ends up being a success, man. Crowd Goblets are not the easiest for me to get anything from. Oh, of course. Okay. Alright. Now we've rolled a crit rate circle at the Furlong Cern. I was hoping the crit damage circle could have been. So this is what it's competing with. It needs to roll into it more than twice. Not that it can't be better than this. It has ER, so it's already automatically better. So even if it gets 10 crit rate, it would be better than this. The thing that sucks is that I don't know if I'm lucky enough to get that, because circlets, they've been finicky with me lately. They roll well when they want to. Oh, that could have been attack percent. Okay. Okay, perfect so far. Perfect, perfect. Give me ER crit rate. Ooh. Okay. 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 Give me crit rate. Give me crit rate right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Damn it. Okay, it's still better. It's still better. It's still better. It's still better than this piece. So if it goes in 10 crit and gave me an ER roll, I wish it gave me ER a second time. I need the ER. I consider ER a more important stat to Varessa than I give it credit for. More ER means the more I can spam her skill, which is easier to do with more ER. It kind of helps in my plunge Shengyun team, but my overload team, I actually struggle to plunge consistently with her enhanced plunge without like it being my other set. I have 130 ER with like an insane build on the Obsidian Codex set. On this set, I don't have to worry about that. Thing that sucks though, I really do need more crit rate than this. It's like my biggest problem that's I'm gonna face is that I'm gonna need to change this feather. Okay, there's that. But my problem is that I'm gonna probably need one of these pieces to get more than 10 crit rate if I'm gonna run a circlet like this. Because 66 crit rate is not enough. I miss a crit on her plunge attack, that's a problem. I need this to give me a bit more. Obviously, I could replace this for a piece that gives a little bit more crit rate because I can do that. My biggest problem is it really depends. I don't know. I don't know if I can pull it off. I'm really gonna have to hope on this. I still need to replace this flower. Yeah, I am starting to consider rerolling this. Imagining I can get a good enough build on it, I could replace the sands for a 17 crit rate attack sands. That would be enough for me to want to use a crit damage circlet. Otherwise, my crit rate one's going to end up being better, especially thanks to this one. Which, it just sucks to say that I'm probably going to still end up wanting to use this. I wish this was 20 crit damage though, man. The reroll feathers are definitely going into this. I hope I can actually do that for her. Her build might still prefer this circlet too, which I haven't tested, but it might still end up considering it because I need that little bit of ER. I am going to need it. I'll probably test that myself later. I thought about doing that on stream, but no. This is a pretty good piece. I don't know if it's worth re-rolling though. Probably not, because it needs a tap percent. If I had a tap percent, then I probably would have tried for the reroll. But it's good enough. It's not good enough though, but
Huh?
70 crit rate just isn't good enough for me either on Versa. I want 80 crit rate. It's like 75 or 80. Anywhere above 75 is where I start to see consistency on characters that are trying to hit like a specific number. But for characters that are consistent, it kind of depends on the character, whether I care about having more than 75 or not. Ressa's enhanced plunge, I don't want to miss a crit on. I really don't. So 70 just isn't good enough. Which really sucks to say that. I wish I could run it. But judging all the pieces, the most I could imagine getting a better piece for would be doing something like this. Which just barely isn't good enough still. There's like almost average 10 crit rate per. But average 10 crit rate per would put her like, you know, a little over 75 crit damage. It's like, it's in a spot where I could at least try to test it and see if it's better or not. It's just such that I really, really do prefer this. I don't really like her, you know, crit rate above 80 too much. Hmm. Attack higher? I think it is. Oh, it is. I do think the ER matters a bit more, so I am tempted to try it. Instead of playing like this type of build on her. I still need more ER. I'll probably try rerolling this. This actually has potential to be a new Vlad upgrade though. It's just kind of scary to look at, but yeah, it has potential to be a new Vlad upgrade, so I am tempted to reroll this. Probably gonna work on Skirk before I do that though. But finally trying to get pieces with ER on it. That's all that matters. It's just something I really like this feather, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna keep it forever. Oh. It's like this, but like much worse. I'm definitely gonna have to play around with this. I haven't bothered to. I've been meaning to do this for a while, because I just think this build is better. This might be important for the next boss as well for Sidian also if I just mess with her build just a tad bit. I need to reroll that, but I just can't do it yet, so I'll have to wait. But at least there'll be some ER on some pieces at least. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this. Guess I wouldn't mind checking that real quick. Check a side-by-side view of damage, and I guess I can showcase that at least.
Gotcha. Off to the freezer.
When I'm able to get that other condense, I'm probably gonna grab it. I'll probably end up having 3 condensed by tomorrow anyways, by the time I end up streaming. Dun, dun, dun. I feel nostalgic every time I hear this music. I hate that, but
Strike a pose. Let the world cool off. Form first. On. Yeah. Seize the skies. Boost. It's justice o'clock. Yeah. Headbutt. It's justice o'clock. Boost. Kapow. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Form first. What? Why me?
Okay, do I want to do this?
One first.
I just wanted to get her first back. So, it felt pretty good. And, like, in this team, it really does feel like I have a bit more energy. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I had Shingen on Favonius. Because, like, I really do feel it. Let's try this exact same team. And then get rid of the extra ER for damage. My highest was 160. For what I saw. 160,000.
Time to
Now
shine.
this hand I should hit.
Stray clouds converge. Control breathing. Start the. What? Why me? Kapow!
I didn't swirl actually though. I didn't see the number out. That's cool.
Stronger. Seize the sky.
I'll go.
Skyward. Strike a pop. Control breathing. Full. Get back on track.
Oh. I hate to try that again. Okay, I can't do that. Really? I didn't know he would just start doing that. Brother, go sit down. Alright, let's try this again. I couldn't see the number.
Quick as a flash. Let's. Yeah. Make way for the adept. Yeah. Charge.
Yeah, I get 214,000 damage. It's a big difference. Wait, why does the team feel like this is enough ER? It definitely does feel like it's enough ER. I probably could 2-cycle this boss then. But I'm not gonna do that. Obviously, I don't want him to die. Huh. I guess it's just this team. So I guess that other build would probably be something I use for Overloaded then. Which I won't be able to play Overloaded Vressa in the next Stygian Onslaught. The next Stygian Onslaught, I'm going to actually have to use Knights Burn, because nothing else will actually feel comfortable to play against the stupid-ass boss design, because of what I had already heard of what he does. The turtle, I heard is not as bad, but I'm scared of that boss. You know, if I didn't get Skirk, I would have been forced to use Mawika Melt against that. That would have put me in a weird situation, but it wouldn't have been that bad. It would just been like, who would I use the Yansan with? I wanted to use the Yansan with Knights, but I'm going to probably have to give him Bennett. So I'm going to have to use the Yansan with Vressa, which I'll use her for the new boss. For Turtle Boss, I'll just use Skirk. My problem is I'm going to need to pray that this goblet is not a problem to craft. You know what sucks though? A part of me wants to craft a Sans right now. Because I might not get that chance. I don't know if her build gonna be good enough, but I'm not gonna do Farina with Skirk, I'm gonna end up doing just Yelan. It's gonna be awkward. Maybe I could try something with Shinto instead. I'm probably gonna still do that. I don't know yet. I just know the fight against that turtle is gonna be a problem. So I don't know what's gonna be best or not. It might end up just being when we can melt all over again, just because of the team I can create with it. I'm a bit worried about that, but if it comes down to it, then so be it. Nothing I can really do about that. I'm imagining what team I actually could do with Marika since I have Shilnan. There's a high chance I might not do Skirk, but I'll probably end up still trying it anyways. The team that I'm gonna have the most trouble with is this new boss I'm hearing about. So I worry that I may or may not have enough damage, or that I'll have enough damage, but the team I'll have to take is gonna have to take Farina away from Skirk. Which for me means I have to change a build. Which right now, I guess, can we check it? Do I have a crit rate circle? I do not. Oh god. Yeah. I have to use this. Yeah, I need an onset goblet. I'm gonna need this one. I'm gonna need this Sands. Alright. I decided I should try these pieces, even though I probably will still try to reroll this. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna still need to try to reroll this. Yeah, I worry about that. Should I try double crit on all of those? I might have to. Oh, man. Cool. That's cool. Okay. Well, we're probably gonna get nothing, but I have to try all of these. I decided I probably should try these. I see that I didn't try this one. Guess I can't really blame myself. I just don't have a use for it if I don't get like a good substat. Of course. So Flower's just not gonna have enough crit rate, so I can't use a crit damage circlet. Oh, the struggle is going to be real. Oh god. 6. Not gonna have much of any crit rate there. I'm gonna have to do an onset goblet for this one. Man. I forgot about this. Let's try this piece. Did I do that? No, I'm gonna do that. Well. Yeah. I'm gonna have to really hope I can get a good crowd goblet on set, man. I'm not gonna get a circlet as good as this for a while. I just don't see it. However, this piece is freaking nuts. So this is definitely worth a reroll. Thing that sucks is that it's so good on its own that I don't know. This piece has a lot of potential to be a good off piece for somebody. it's still crazy to me to see this. Has a lot of potential to be really good as an off-piece. Because it's probably as perfect a subset as it can be for an attack scaling like character that wants to do reactions. It's quite literally as good as it can be. Okay, I guess there's nothing else. I wish I could have had another chance at attack sans, but I mean, you tell me whether this is good enough or not. I don't think that's not a good amount of crit rate. It will make it to where I'm gonna be forced to do this, and I don't want to take Miss Splitter off because this weapon will end up doing less damage than a 4-star, but I will be forced to use this if it comes down to that. But I am gonna need her on this set no matter what. So my goal is gonna be to replace the onset goblet and somehow get this hands on. Oh, I can't. Okay, hold on. Get this hands on. Ooh. I mean, I don't need that much crit rate though. Depending on the type of goblet. Ooh, that's still not good enough though. I might still be forced to use that weapon on her. That's gonna suck. I'm gonna be forced to use Primordial J Cutter 'cause I don't have her signature. Mark my words. I will go for it on her rerun. There's not really a good chance I'm gonna pull that main character in no card this time around. Cause the way Natlan treated me. I only got lucky with certain characters. Can't really say much on that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten as many Natlan characters. I'm probably gonna hit 9 soon. I need to reroll the feather during Stygian Onslaught. I need a better flower, because I can't use it unless I get a crit recirclet. There's still enough time that it can still happen, I suppose, but I'm not very confident right now. If I can get a piece built like this, I think this piece had the potential to be just like it. Getting a crowd goblet better than this wouldn't be too difficult, honestly. The thing that's funny though is that I haven't gotten like a crowd goblet that's like 40 CV yet, but I got one for Hydro before I got one for Cryo. That's interesting, to say the least. Not that I'm complaining that much, it's just a little bit surprising that I managed to get a 40 CV, 40 plus CV crowd goblet. Hmm. If only her Ascension wasn't crit damage. I could run a crit rate weapon with a crit damage weapon, or crit rate circle with a crit damage weapon, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. This Stygian Onslaught, I'm gonna have to change her off of this set. I'm gonna really hate doing that. As for Varesa's team is looking a lot more stacked. I can actually hit 200k with her plunges, and I haven't seen the max of her damage yet. Well, not yet anyways. I do still plan to do this. I'm gonna wait till I get enough Mora for it. We'll be able to get enough from like farming, the overworld since Dex Pass got more exploration to do. I look forward to it. Fire Passion Plunge goes up by a good amount. Alright, you got the plunge damage and then the high and low plunge, which that's just her normal Fire Passion state plunge. The thing that it doesn't show though, the Volcano Kablam. That is her like her enhanced plunge that does most of the damage. I find that the Fire Passion kick damage is higher, but not the first one, the Fiery Passion version. So if you're in like in her Night Soul state when you do her burst does more damage, but it's not really worth doing unless she's like, I think, is it post C2? I don't know. All I know is that during the Not Cry region, there's a chance that on a Varessa rerun I might go for her cons. It kind of depends on how many characters can interest me in Not Cry right now, because I do want her C2. Her C2 makes her even more fun to play, which is kind of hard for me to avoid because by the time I get her C2, then ER becomes less of an issue for doing her enhanced plunge, which makes her more fun. I definitely, she's definitely probably be the first C2 I go for in this account for sure. But we'll have to see. I don't see a reason why I need to do anymore. I don't think there's a need to. I think I've done enough for today. The only thing left I could probably do possibly is do another run against the Lava Dragon stats with my renewed Varessa, which I've been thinking about doing. Part of me doesn't want to do it, but a part of me been thinking about going back into it now. Oh great, it's doing that again. Okay.
Thank you for completing to.
She should hit Friendship 9 by tomorrow, probably. You know, something that has bugged me, I wonder if the knockout character will get the special treatment just like the Natlan characters for the special, you know, the special, what's this called again? Keep wanting to call it the special training, that's not what it's called. Special test run? Like Kamawika has it? 6 hours and 6 minutes. The only last thing left that I could do is just see if I get a better clear with Varessa or not. Having C5 at Yansan and his C5 Chevrus is like like the ugliest thing I've ever seen. I hope I get her C6 soon, bro. The next time she comes back, please just let me have her C6. This was the thing I wanted to do on stream before with like me testing Varessa. That was the last thing I forgot to do. I wanted to try her here again. I don't have Fav on uh Shivers, but I've been thinking about doing it.
Nice and drop your weapons. Quick as a flash. You're toast. You asked for it. Final warning. Get them. Faster, stronger. Start them. Hi. Yeah. Kapow. Charge. Yeah. Headbutt. Charge. Stop right there. Just as... Out of the frying pan. Quick as a flash. Let's... Yeah. Kapow. Hi. Yeah. Charge. Yeah. Drop your weapons. Hands up. Get them. Eat this. Controlled breathing. Start the clock. Yeah. Justice o'clock. Headbutt. Hi. Final warning. Justice will prevail. Faster. Stronger. You asked for it. Let's move. Yeah. Heads up. Charge. Yeah. Headbutt. Hi. Yeah. Eat this. Out of the frying pan. Stop right there. Quick as a flash. Start them. Yeah. Heads up.
Uh-oh.
Justice o'clock.
I messed up my rotation. Oh, my bad. Let's try it again. I got the rotation toward the end. I saw to the wrong character. Is it going to be a difference of a few seconds? If that's the case, that's going to make me a little upset. Let's see it.
Nice and spicy. Controlled breathing. You're toast. Hands where I can see. Yeah. Get them. Let's move. Move. Heads up. Justice o'clock. Yeah. Headbutt. Stop right there. Hi. Yeah. Move. Arrow incoming. You asked for it. Step aside. Start the headbutt. Arrow incoming. Yeah. Move. Look out below. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Drop your weapon. Nice and spicy. Eat this. On my mark. Yeah. Kapow. Arrow incoming. Headbutt. Justice o'clock. Hands where I can see them. Final warning. Stop right there. Booba, get them. Quick as a flash. Move. Justice will prevail. Let's move. Justice o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. Charge. You asked for it. Start the clock. Headbutt. Charge. Move. Heads up. Arrow incoming. Yeah. Yeah. Charge.
Wow. I can't clear it. Interesting. I don't know what I did wrong. I have a C5 Yasuo now. I'm kind of confused. None of the builds changed. Why can't I clear it? doesn't make sense. I cleared it with this exact team. I don't think I did anything different. I had a C2 Yonson when I got this clear, so I'm actually very confused. What did I do wrong? Is it me letting him go down too fast, the issue? I forgot what I did now. All I know is it's starting to confuse me.
Final warning! Faster! Stronger! You're toast! Headbutt! Justice will prevail! Nice and spike! Let's move! Hi! Yeah! Smash down! Yeah! Heads up! Stop right there! Quick as a flash! Eat this! Hands so I can see! Start the clock! Arrow incoming! Justice o'clock! Yeah! Yeah! Arrow incoming! Yeah! Final warning! Get them! Step aside! On my hook! You're toast! Turn! Yeah! Justice o'clock! Yeah! Drop your weapons! Justice will nice and spicy! Faster and stronger!
Can I switch? Oh, I can't.
Hands where I can see them! Stop right there! Drop your weapons! Let's move! Control freak! Yeah! Hi! Yeah! Turn! Yeah! You're toast! Nova, get them! Drop your weapons! You win! Quick as a flash! Start the turn! Yeah! Headbutt! Hi!
Oh, your current probably different from the equipment that was recorded. Say the child's record instead. Damn, I technically still didn't get the clear I wanted. But did that mean it was the Yonson's build I changed, wasn't it? That's so strange. I still didn't really clear faster than the build that I had it on. That's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I want to try to optimize like that perfect clear, I don't know if I'm gonna do. Like I don't know if I'm gonna go that hard for it. Mm, I know what I could do building up for Ressa, but I don't. I don't care anymore. I tried. I definitely felt Ressa's damage was higher. At least that one time where the boss was down, she did 160k. That was definitely higher than she usually hits because she doesn't usually hit that hard for me. And what usually helps me clear that stage was just getting that shellings burst fast enough. That was usually what helped me clear that fast. Well, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. There wasn't really much to talk about, even though I probably dragged the stream out a little bit longer than I should have. But at least I wanted to get some stuff out. I already got the thumbnail ready for tomorrow. Excited for this Archon quest. Bakum now was most likely going to be involved in this Archon quest. Most likely, if it isn't, I'm going to be very curious what the summer event's going to be like this year if that's the case. But either way, I find it interesting that they decide to go the route of making it permanent, but you know, even though everyone's asked for it, the thing that people aren't asking when they talk about that, it's awesome that they finally decided to listen and give us a permanent area. The fact that it feels way too convenient, they made you know, the final area the uh, the permanent location. Of course, it's got the event quest has to be permanent because the area itself is permanent. The thing that's weird is that they're making this resort area permanent as showing that it's probably what it was meant to look like as well. I wonder how it's going to look on the map. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on this side of the map. If it isn't, I'll be a little bit surprised, but it should be on this side of the map. I was hoping it would be this way, but it doesn't, from what it sounds like, it might not be this direction of the map. Everything's pointing this direction. If it is, that's cool. It does kind of confuse me though, because a part of me wants to hope that's this way, but that's probably because I just wish that I could like make this gap smaller so I could see whatever ridges are right here. The area to get to Natlan from. Be nice to open up this little side of the desert. It doesn't have to be this whole side, but I guess it's just an OCD vibe I have, I guess. Soon this will reset. Probably within the same day if the creator that usually, does a video on it talks about it, I will most likely make a community post either the same day or the day after. So Tuesday or Wednesday, just so we can prepare for this next one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's electro charge focus though. My theory is that it's electro, hydro, and animo. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure that'd be a rerun as well, but I could be wrong. I don't remember them having ammo with electro charge in a measuring theater. Either way, I'm expecting that. Also, I look forward to this next patch. I don't know who's really excited for it because there's been a lot of mixed opinions about patch 5.8. A lot of them have been like, stuff that I'm excited for, which is just the lore side of things. I just been very much enjoying the lore of the game a lot, but some people are not too happy about the new area. At the same time, they don't really care about the new area. I guess their focus is on shaking house. Like that's all I've been hearing about lately. All the complaints and all that. There've been a lot of good. Well, I can't really say good arguments. There's been a lot of important things to be said about it, but I don't feel like yapping about that here. So, yeah. I need to check what is my pity on this also. I thought I counted 39, but I'm unsure. So I want to check this as well before I end it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39. Yeah, 39 pity. It's kind of a weird number to end it off of or off on. Kind of makes me want to try for one more, you know, single poem because you already saw the next banners is Oron. Oron? I wish Oron. It's Sethos, Shincho, and Fischl. You have no idea how long it's been. Like, I probably could go check, but I'm not going to do that here. Maybe I'll prepare for tomorrow. But it's been a long time since Fischl was on a banner, man. I don't know why. They really make you wait for some of these 4 stars. It's ridiculous. But, yeah. Guess I'm gonna bring the pay to 40 because I want to like equalize it. Make that the last thing we do. It'd be really awesome if we can get a 4 star on this one. But since the 4-star pity reset. There's no way I'm getting a 4-star on this, so just end it. With that, we are 40 pity, 50-50. And I will be just saving the rest of my primos. No matter what 4-stars appear afterwards, this was only, an important thing to, you know, pull on just because of Yonsun. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have pulled as much as I did. But I got really lucky, so that's something to be proud of at least. Makes up for the last time that she was on the banner, literally not too long ago, where she just did not appear very often. But I got lucky enough to get her C2, so I'll take that. Hello. Ah, caught me at the very end. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.